Hey everybody, Mark Yegi here, and tonight is a big night for Tesla. Tonight we have earnings, and if you ever watch my channel or if you've taken my programs, you know that there are 4 days in the year where you should not be taking chances, and those are during earnings. And you got 4 days a year where you can avoid some risk, you could take some risk off the table, you could be smart because we don't know we have no clue what's going to happen to earnings tonight. So we've got a couple of things going in earnings. Right now, it's about 10:06 as I make this video, and I'm going to try to keep it quick. But I want you to understand what I'm doing. So those of you who are new to the channel or new to this whatever I'm doing here, I've been trading Tesla for a long time. And so what I do is if I buy the stock, and instead of the stock, I actually buy synthetics. So that's what you'll see on my screen here. And then I will sell calls against it. Now, the calls are what create the income. More specifically, it's the extrinsic column that creates the income, the juice, I call it, right? It's not the whole premium, it's the time premium that's the juice. And that's what I'm in this for, is I'm in this for the juice, right? And so that's the fun part for me. Now, there are 4 days a year that I can prevent catastrophic risk. And believe me, I've sat through some of these in the past, and even the best plans that you have sometimes don't work. So what I want to do is I want to try to reduce my risk. Good traders reduce their risk. And so if you can reduce your risk now versus later, then you're better off, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm watching this Tesla trade right here, and we're seeing Tesla is now down $3.85. It was down about five something a little bit ago. It's fluctuating. And by the way, we have a Fed meeting today or some minutes that are coming out. It's Wednesday. So at 2 or 2:30, we're going to get some announcement. And I don't know, they might raise rates. I doubt it. They might keep rates steady. Whatever happens is going to create huge amounts of volatility. So, that's good for us as sellers, but I don't need to be taking risk going into Tesla tonight with their earnings and having to deal with the Fed stuff going on. So what I want to do is I want to be smart. Now, last week, what I did is I did a call on these. I did 45 contracts. Okay, it's 4,500 shares essentially against my 4,500 shares of the 325s. When the stock was at around 407, somewhere in there, and I got $19 for the calls. Okay. Now today they're trading for 12 and a half. So if I bought them back, I'd make about $7 on the call. So I'd be profitable on the call, but I've also lost, 14 bucks or something like that right now. So I made seven, I lost 14, but now I have the opportunity to protect myself and roll those calls a little bit deeper. And so let's take a look at how I would do that. And I want to go to my trade column here. And you can see it doesn't matter what we're buying those back for that expire Friday. We're looking at going out on Tesla. And the move I see is about a $30 move either side. Tesla could go up from here to 420 something. It could go down here to 360, okay? So I'm really concerned about a $30 move on Tesla. After that, there's not a lot of probability that it's going to go there. So I don't want to trade in that area. But you know what? If I go down to these 370s here, they're still paying me $1,162 of juice, and they protect me all the way down. The protection amount is $35. So if the stock goes down from 394, where it is right now, down 35, I'm protected all the way down to around 359, right? And Tesla could do that. On the other hand, if Tesla rips and goes up and I've got these 370s, well, I'm going to have to cough up a little bit of working capital to buy those back. But I am getting paid $1,160 a contract worth of juice, worth of income, and this goes out in 9 days. So I think those are the ones that I'm going to do is do these 370s for February 7th. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I'm going to right click here, create a rolling order. And now I'm going to change that. That's already February 7th, but I'm going to roll these down to the, what did I say? The 370s, right? That's a good amount of juice for me. And I'm going to pick up a bunch of money into the account. Okay. That's a huge credit that's going into the account, right? So that's the goal, is now I have all that protection, about $35 worth of protection going down to protect the bottom number. That's the number I can protect. I can't do much if it goes up. And by the way, if it goes up, the stock that at my base position also rises. And so if that goes up, that's great. And so I'm going to protect this position on the downside. That's really what I'm concerned with. You can make up for when the stock is going up, but when it's going down, it's really tough. And now I've got the fill on those orders. So let's take a quick look. Okay, so now we take a look at the order, and you can see that it was a little bit of a delayed fill, by the way, but I don't have any more of these 407s, but I now have the 370s, and I picked up about $1,200 worth of juice. So $1,200, let me do the math. Let's just round it off. $1,200 worth of juice times 45 contracts. It's $54,000 in juice now that I'm going to be able to get just by hanging in here, but I'm also protecting myself because I've got all that in the money amount. So you can see that the trade price is $34.95, $3,600 a contract. I get that, but that's not all mine because it's in the money amount. Now, if it's all mine, if it goes down, if it goes up, I have to give that back. Plus, I have to give up over the strike price, over the $35, what I don't get to keep. That's not the $12 that I got for extrinsic value. So I hope that makes sense. Let me just recap. Tesla has earnings tonight. Earnings are risky. I like to take risk off the table when I can. The Fed is coming out with an announcement at 2 o'clock today. Fed announcements are risky and volatile. You're going to get all kinds of movement all around the market today. With those two things, what I did was I took a little bit of profit, okay? Plus, there was a little bit of a loss for the week. I'm not going to gloss over that. I mean, I lost, I think, $7, and I made $7 in juice. So, those two things don't offset. I lost more than that if you net it out. But at the end of the day, I'm now rolling deeper in case Tesla misses earnings, Elon Musk makes a stupid statement, or whatever. I'm protecting the downside. There is a risk that it goes up, and I'm willing to take that risk because it's not that big a risk. Because what I'm doing is on that risk, I am allowing the stock to go up. My base position goes up as well. I would have to roll it up higher, which uses cash, but it's not a loss. If you don't understand what I'm talking about there, that's okay. Bottom line is, this is the way I trade, and I'm going for the juice every single week. I hope that makes sense. Be careful going into Tesla earnings tonight. Be careful going into anybody's earnings. Those are big, risky days, and I want you to take your risk off the table as much as you possibly can. See you later.
Hey, it's Mark Yagi, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do that right now. That would be a great favor to me, and plus it helps me get this material out to a lot of other people that might need it. I've got a little bit of a movement going on here, and I want to try to change the world one person at a time, showing them that you can make safe, reliable income from the stock market. And plus it helps to grow the channel a little bit. Also, if you would give me a thumbs up on the video and like it, great. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down, that's cool. But just tell me why you don't like it so I can get better. And then hit the notification bell so you can get these videos as soon as they come out, because a lot of times this is timely information and you want to get that information before it gets stale. The last thing is to join my free Insider Tips newsletter. There's a link below and you get everything in one spot. You get breaking news and analysis also. So that would be great if you could do that too. See you soon.